Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. So glad you could attend. Come inside, my movie maniacs. I am your host, Mark the Movie Man, and it is the final cut, and today we're going to take a look at an independent crime thriller called Spades, brought to us by John Wesley Norton. Yes, that name may sound familiar. We reviewed a horror film of his a while back called Dr. Spine. Well, this time around, he's taken to the crime genre, if you will, as we get four killers who have been assembled together to work together to take out one of their own. But no one is who they really seem, objectives are muddied, and soon distrust works its way into the group, and we see how even the best laid plans can unravel, all starting over a game of spades. John Wesley Norton did the horror genre, and now he's moved into this genre, and let me tell you, I think he does very well. I really enjoyed this film quite a bit, and part of that was the characters that they came up with. Now, while these characters may have a lot of characteristics of ones that we've seen before in films like this, I thought they were executed very well and had a bit enough of a change to them to where they didn't feel too cookie cutter here. Zango Henry plays Mason, who's probably going to be the most sympathetic out of the four killers that we have, and one that the audience may actually feel the most sorry for, and the events that led up to him being part of this group. Really loved the performance by Zango. He brings some emotion to this character. He gets some of the great lines in here, some of these just kind of rambling revelations, if you will, and just a great interesting character. Now, another one interesting in here is the Ortiz character. He's just batshit crazy, played by Juan Riedinger. Loved this character just because he's like the guy who'll do any job. Doesn't matter how scummy, how crummy, whatever, this guy will do any job, and he's just crazy, and he's the rapist guy. He'll kill people brutally. There's definitely, out of all of them, he really is the one that is the most unhinged, if you will, and most wild, and he's going to let you know about it. Very vocal, a very entertaining opening scene we get in here where they're all playing a game of spades, hence where the title comes from, and he's just constantly complaining. He's just that guy at the table, constantly complaining about his hand, and just a great character and a fun performance there. Now, we get Sims, who is played by Thomas A. Jackson. This is the cold character of the group, the craziest one probably out of all of them, and he is the cool, calm, collected character who doesn't say a whole lot, who makes some unusual decisions, is always talking in a very calm tone, but you know, underneath there is just all kinds of crazy, but a different type of crazy, a cold, calculated killer he is, and I enjoyed the backstory of this character quite a bit, and he kind of felt like he was embodying a bit of that Agent 47 type of character, but at the same time playing it a lot cooler. So excellent performance there, and rounded out Alex Scooby playing the Anders character. He's the most stable of the group, if you will. He's the one most normal of the group, and he's the one that we follow through most of the story with. Through his eyes we see most of this story, and a great character there is the Anders character. Now, we get some familiar faces in here. We've got Tom Lodwick in here playing up to the hilt again, this character Larson. Really great to see him on screen every time. He's been in a number of films we reviewed here, The Disciples, he's been in the Incest Death Squad, Wisconsin Grown Horror, woo, and so we've seen him on a number of the films we reviewed here, and always fun to see him, and always a great talent, and that comes across on screen. Another great talent in this film, Heather Dorff. I wish we would have got more scenes with her, because I always enjoy seeing her on screen, and here she does very well as this Kathy character, one of the innocent family members that lives in this house that end up getting caught up in this plan by the four killers. Folks, Spades is very hinged on the characters. There's not a whole lot of special effects. It all takes place in one house, but the excellent writing and the direction of this film will keep you interested throughout. It has a Reservoir Dogs feel to it. So if you're a fan of those types of films, the Reservoir Dogs type of films, Lucky Number 11 type of films, those crime where we get all our anti-heroes, where we get everybody as bad guy basically in here for the most part, all our main characters. So if you like that type of film, I suggest you check out Spades. I highly enjoyed this film. It was better than what I expected because I had only seen Dr. Spine from John Wesley, and I didn't know how he would do with crime since I only seen him do horror. And in this case, I think he's got a very successful film on his hands that's very entertaining. And so crime film lovers out there, you should check it out. And that'll about do it for us here on The Final Cut. Thank you so much for watching as always and listening to my ramblings. We're so close to 1,000 subscribers. Please help us get there by July, our 10th anniversary. I appreciate every single one of you watching, and until next time, keep that ticket stub.